does it?
I mean, it looks as beautiful as this ever looks. Oh, of course. You don't think it looks beautiful because you can't see anything.
Their fault says the low tonight is 4 degrees below freezing. Concept of freezing. Well, I might discover some of that, later on. News pending.
Oh, that's right. You let me know if I'm getting in the way of any exciting, news reporting that you had to get done today.
No. You're actually the only other person who knows that news besides the only 2 people who would know.
That's involved, yes.
Well, I guess technically my mom does too. So I said, hey, this is a thing that's happening.
Well, that's good though. That's good.
Right.
Hey, I respect news embargoes. I will not speak a word.
That's right.
It's time for week 13 of Tecmo Super Bowl because...
Now, what's going to be really unfair, Bobo, is that, to give you a clue, I really stopped imbibing things like caffeine, and so I've just had a bit of it, and my energy difference is going to be tremendous between this and what we just played. Even though I'm more interested in this anyway than what we just played, now because I've had, like, a fake energy in my system.
You're going to go, oh my god!
Yeah, it's the best thing ever!
Oh my god, we're going to return the kickoff, holy shit. Actually, I think we're kicking off, which is even better.
That's the answer to your question, Jeffo!
Too much. But that's fine. I don't think they'll... Nope, they are smart enough to touch back. Hey.
Oh, Zerfall. Zerfall offering you gainful employment.
You know what? I don't feel like... I don't want to cut and run on America, but I do want to cut and run on my job. So, that's tempting in a way. That was nice.
So when last we left off on Tecmo Bowl, Bobo...
Rubber band had happened.
Yeah. I joined you for the last Tecmo Bowl stuff, didn't I? Or did you do any more since then?
Nope. That was the last session.
Ah, yeah.
That was a bitter loss to... Was that the Steelers?
That was the Dolphins.
No, it was the Falcons and their red gun.
Falcons, shit. I love how we both had a wrong guess and then remembered. That was great.
Because who the hell thinks about the Falcons and is like, oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the red gun. Their quarterback running, man, and those amazing passes.
All right, let's keep late hitting for fun.
Johnso.
Who doesn't love a good Johnso?
Who could say? Are you ready for some football?
What?
Good thing he stepped out of bounds.
He appeared to already be at roughly the same, I guess, latitude. Under pressure, managed to get the kick off anyway.
Nice.
All right.
You got fingers on it. Still an amazing punt.
That was pretty pinpoint accurate.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. We've got Thurman Thomas back, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Although
fresh off a loss, Buffalo Bills hungry as fuck.
Although
Jim Kelly angry at Vikings QB.
Well, to say nothing of Troy Aikman, which of course we try
Baby
not
steps.
to.
How we cannot even see Troy Aikman because the clouds are between us and Troy Aikman.
Oh gosh. Well, fuck. We can make 2 yards. We can make 2 yards.
From hate. We don't have time for that friendly chatter. This is fucking football, bitches. Gotta beat the other fucking person up. Gotta put a bounty on their heads. Fuck them up.
Fuck 'em up, Thurman. Fuck 'em up.
Clap, clap.
Oh, I guess I only made 1 yard. Well, Time to go down in points, everyone.
Way to go, Thurman. Way to go, clap, clap.
There's no crying in baseball, no chatting in football.
Oh yeah, reminds me. Speaking of the whole bounty thing, there was an employee of the NFL Network, like an analyst who was a former football player, of course, who talked specifically about like encouraging bounties, like putting a bounty on, I think, Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
And he got suspended for 6 months with no pay because the NFL Network's like, whoa, that's bad for PR, buddy, and we're suffering some numbers losses this year, so you can't talk about that.
So just talking about it.
He sounded like he was encouraging it. I
well,
don't remember word for word what he said. But the NFL Network is fairly sensitive about that, and since he was an employee of them on their network,
that's fair. I get that.
Of course, they're panicking because the unthinkable has happened this year. Viewership numbers have dropped for the NFL.
That is something you would not expect. I have to say, and it's. Like, do you think it's because of all of the various different social scandals and things that have wrapped around the league, or?
Wow!
Ooh, leaping catch by Carwell Gardner.
The fucking defense was on you, and you still got that off. That was great. I think it's a combination of several factors. One of the ideas that I'm reckoning, and this is just as someone who has like a tangential interest, pays attention. Is the fact that it's so prevalent. You can get... It's no longer like an exclusive thing, because you can watch isolated games on Thursday, Sunday night, and Monday night, and for a few, London games they've had, you could watch it early Sunday morning, too, and it's the only game on at the time. So I think oversaturation has something to do with it. I also think folks just end up being more interested in things. I've heard, not really experienced because I don't watch football regularly, that the quality of play is lower. More penalties are being called on players for excessive celebration. There's been some rules adjustments, and they're trying to touchdown. They're trying to touchdown. Yay! Still recovering from that stinging loss to the Red Gun.
We patched ourselves back up. We're out there again.
Let's see, where was I? It's all the numbers of penalties have really been slowing down the gameplay, and thus far, and the football season has been running against the politics. And it remains to be seen whether the numbers will get better for them.
That was a massive return.
Now that politics are no longer entering the equation.
Yeah.
Even though, politics are still there, but the general election's over now.
Yeah, I think usually it ends up being the other way around. Like, the politics season ends up... Oh, pardon me. The politics season, until you start to get very late on into debates or whatever, tends to get overshadowed once the football season starts again. But seems like it went the other way around this time. I don't know if that's because there were more interesting players involved this time on the election side than on the football side, or not. But.
I mean, it seems only natural that the football bubble, as it were, would end up bursting at some point. I mean, there's a limit to how popular something can get. Eventually, you just run out of people who will watch your product, right? There's only so many times you can market the WWE network to WWE viewers and watchers before you've harnessed all of the potential you're getting out of them.
You would think, and yet they still try.
They aren't as heavy-handed with it as they used to be, if memory recalls. My mom's, I guess friend with benefits likes to watch wrestling, and she's got mom back into it, so like they will sort of like watch it together on Monday night and Tuesday night. And whenever I'm like peeking in at the TV, like walking past to use the restroom, I don't see like them constantly hammering in 9.99.
Oh, okay. I only ever watch. Jeez, I don't watch. I will watch in the context of I'm doing something. I'm hanging out with JG, and we will. Oh shit! This is gonna be a bad. Yeah, that was a bad save. I wish there was a throwaway button. That would be one thing that would help out this game.
That's too damn advanced.
That is a little high tech for this, I guess.
You'd have to be playing a bigger, more powerful Madden game instead of a Tecmo Bowl game.
Wow,
that is a sideline there.
Wave of humanity. Yeah, I think, and most of what I end up seeing in that case just ends up being Lucha Underground because it's just more fun. It's a little bit different, I guess. Maybe I should feel bad about it because part of one of the things that makes it more fun is that they are clearly putting themselves at far greater risk for long-term injury. Hey!
Oh no!
What the hell?
Oh, your numbers, no! But they only have 15 seconds left to score in a half.
Yeah, but my QB rating.
I know, right?
Damn you, Vikings.
Will they get into field goal position? Oh.
You should have stepped it out of bounds, buddy.
Well, nothing ended up coming from it other than Jim Kelly's numbers.
Alright. It's
football!
Everybody go buy football!
Incredible halftime show. She hugs herself.
Not a bad pass game. Just that one individual reception from Don Beebe is most of it, but still.
Or 6 runs, 16 yards, not the best sign.
Nope. Although some of those runs were Jim Kelly negative runs, I'm gonna guess. At least 1 or 2, more than I would like. Got on my face!
I like how you ran past all of those guys in your team doing nothing to help you block or anything. Alright, great field position.
That was not bad. I will take that. Buy that for $1.
Take it. Just fucking reject it. Get out of my face.
No, we want to run the kickoff again.
But anyway, yeah, Lucha Underground. I think there's good value in it, in part because they treat it like it's like a television series. You know, they sit down, they write out like the storyline and plots and shit, and then they execute it. With of course, like there's free form area for folks to like ad lib, and of course to tell the stories in the ring. But they have a cohesive idea of like, here's what we want, here's the assets we have, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, they do a nicer job of it. I imagine they're under slightly less like week-to-week pressure because they go in seasons rather than having a continual product that
they just settle down and fucking record that stuff, and that'd be something I would enjoy, to just be able to like sit in on, like, you know, and be like in the crowd and watch that during one of their recording sessions.
Well, maybe one of these days you'll hit the road, you'll get out there, you'll see the country, and you'll end up in SoCal, and there'll be Lucha Underground.
Yeah, SoCal just in time to catch that, and they'll get access to it somehow. There's that.
Aww.
Oh.
Not this way.
Speaking of saturation, on the football front, that's also happening on the wrestling front as well. There's like a WWE pay-per-view like every 2 to 3 weeks because of the brand split. I think they're marketing a total of like 19 pay-per-views in a year. That's not counting any of their NXT specials, of course.
Ooh, I managed to jump and block that. I
saw.
Cannot remember the last time I did that.
Pretty good.
I was, hoping to dive in for Blitz, but I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh, 9-yard loss. See, Bennett, did you see him? No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh? Sorry, Bean just got in. She's got a package.
Oh. Oh, he got
Why
out of
did
the
you
end zone.
dive
Oh,
completely the opposite way?
he didn't just get out of the end zone.
He's getting some change back on that transaction.
I think he got more to change.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
He's getting more than he bargained for. All of a sudden, the pain train arrived.
Get fucked.
The bounties are rolling in.
Oh, shh. But yeah, I recently watched the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that was primarily marketed as a triple main event. 3 main event WrestleMania caliber matches. Thank you, Michael Cole. Yes! The triple main event. So triple main event will have one match on at the beginning and one match on in the middle, and then an actual main event. But it's triple. There's 3 main events.
You were hoping that they were going to do the old WCW World War III style where there's like 3 rings at the same time?
No, I wasn't hoping that. I know that's your fantasy. That's what you've always wanted in life.
Hey man, that fantasy became reality. I got to see that at the Norfolk Scope back in like 94 or 5.
One of them there years.
60-man battle royal. Nope.
Oh yes, yes, and I'm sure you knew, but Goldberg has come back for one last match to, of course, market WWE 2K17.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird. I'm under the impression that they were trying to do that like maybe last year around WrestleMania with Alundra Blaze of all people. Like she was like, I'm sort of heard about it secondhand, but like basically, if you are familiar with the Legends mode or whatever extra DLC that they have, like Alundra Blaze was inducted in the Hall of Fame, and in that, wow, Carwell Gardner is doing these amazing leaping catches. I need to give him credit. Good job, Carwell Gardner. There, I've done it. But like apparently there were a couple of promos where like Paige was like talking smack about Alundra Blaze, like, you know, instead of having, and you know, in the game that they ended up putting that match in, but apparently there were like actually some promos where like Paige was going to be like, Alundra Blaze is nothing, the Legends, you know, like she did never have to wrestle against anybody good, anybody in the division today like me. And, you know, obviously Alundra Blaze, not going to say like an old woman now, but, you know, she was a wrestling star in the 80s and early and in the 90s. That's some time. That's some time
52.
away.
Yes, she's almost as old as my mom.
Good. Let go of the ball. I don't care what happens. Wow. Carwell Gardner. He's making this game happen, essentially. Alright, I gotta stop calling that individual play and relying on Carwell Gardner's amazing supernatural ups. Here, let's see whether or not we can get Carwell Gardner to take it home. He's earned the opportunity.
Fumble!
Oh, damn.
1 yard loss.
1 yard loss. Well,
good opportunity.
I gave
He's
him.
still up 2 scores. I mean,
I gave him a unique opportunity, but there's only so much I can do.
Yay! Welcome back to my Thomas. Hogs.
Oh, what's this?
She mailed it.
Oh.
Donated to her heart attack trip.
Apparently we just got a postcard from Romania, and I'm...
No, it was from
Oh, okay. It's a Romanian postcard that was sent from Virginia. I'm as confused as all the rest of you are, folks. Let me. Okay. Hmm.
Tell me more.
Okay. Supporting your trip. Oh, did you give?
I donated to her habitat.
Okay. Okay, I get it now. This was something Bean, big-hearted person that she is, had donated to another separate cause that also gave out postcards as thanks.
Hmm.
And this one was somebody's Habitat for Humanity trip to Romania. And so, I guess they sent the postcard when they got back to save on postage, maybe. I lost count of all the guys who wear Sin Cara. I'm not sure that I can answer that statement.
I'm sure the internet can help you with that.
Lucha, lucha, lucha. That's what I remember about Sin Cara.
That's primarily his partner, Kalisto. Although they, when the two of them did come out as the Lucha Dragons, I suppose the Lucha shit was happening.
Yes.
Oh man.
All right. I think I've locked into one of the plays that they like to use.
Yeah, he was in the middle of throwing it, and whack.
Angry Beehive mode, go.
We're not gonna lose 2 games in a row. It's not who we are.
That's not what we do.
Well, I threw the pass for a 5-yard loss. Woo! Third down, 25. Doable. Although, on account of them missing so many players, who could say, right?
This is, yeah, it's not the best scenario for them to be in. I grant them that. You know what? It's nice to have control of this little aspect of life again.
Just gotta take it one game at a time, boys. One game at a time, one play at a time. Feels good to get out of here with a win, boys. They're very hard to get in this league.
I didn't realize I was on offense. I called the defensive play.
I mean, they turned the ball over on downs.
I lost count of downs. Is what I did there.
Just fucking zoned out.
Totally zoned out.
9-5.
Autopilot. What a way to make a living.
All right, welcome back, Thurman Thomas.
Welcome back, Thurman Thomas. Indeed. So happy to have you. Let's go ahead and
simulate the rest of the games in the week before you take a look at the scores, or not the scores, but the rankings.
That's a fair point. Let's let everything
Chicago
go.
wins. Kentucky Fried Chicken wins. Miami 42.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, the Patriots beat the
Red Gun. How did they do it?
9-7. They held the Red Gun to 7 points, Bobo.
That's not possible. I don't believe it. All right. Once we get out of here, I've got to check the offensive statistics of the Red Gun.
I mean, and anyone could win, man.
How's the Red Gun doing here?
They don't have much in the way of rushing yards, but they do have a few pass yards.
Okay, there's the Red Gun. Not too bad. All right. We have gotten consistently suckier. On offense. Defense, we still dominate and crush and all, but
Wembley providing the Sin Cara history.
The original guy who was the debut Sin Cara was famous in Mexico, then he failed the wellness policy, then another wrestler replaced him, and the original guy came back, and the guy who replaced him became Sin Cara Negra, who wore black, so both had a match at pay-per-view, and the fake one was fired. Well then.
That sounds like a storyline.
That does. Hey there, Rokem. Alright. We got, Kelso got another Kelso got another interception. Good.
No?
And I added some tallies to the sack list for Cornelius Bennett, but he's not even on the first page. That's how many sacks are out there now.
Kind of just dwelling out there.
How many
somewhere.
sacks dwell? All right, Thurman Thomas will now be able to defend his crown again, and
Crown, huh?
Yep.
All right.
defend the crown of being the leading scorer.
Aikman, Miller, Vikings, Steve
Young,
Young, and then
and-
Jim Kelly, just barely beating out Warren Moon.
Wow, yeah, literally by 1 point in QB rating.
He's thrown a few more touchdowns than Jim Kelly has.
That's impressive.
He's thrown more touchdowns than Troy Aikman has.
I gotta grant Warren Moon that. All right, so leading receivers, that's by receptions. How about by yards? Don Beebe no longer the #1 receiver in terms of yardage.
Most third. Michael Irvin, of course.
All right, and the leading rushers, Thurman Thomas will have to gain that back in time.
It's the season to be drunk, Novia. Oh, right. It's after Halloween, everyone, so Merry Christmas.
Ah, hell.
Regular season. 14th week.
Saints and the Falcons. Red gun, go! And it sure as
did.
hell did.
It was kind of pissed about losing 9-7 to New England.
All right, let's set the schedule here.
You need to study like the game tape. Like, how did that happen?
How do? All right. So
Any given Sunday, boys.
that's right. So let's take a look here. Next week we got the Jets. Everybody hunker down.